So, meiosis is a process of reduction, division, which means that we go from the usual 46 chromosomes to 23 chromosomes. Meiosis also makes gametes, which are sperm or egg cells. One difference from meiosis and mitosis is that meiosis does not produce body cells necessary to replicate and to repair tissue. And there's also two phases. There's meiosis 1 and there's meiosis 2. So here's how it goes. We have the pre-phase called interphase, in which cell grows, its DNA replicates, and a cell performs its function. So this leads us to prophase, one, in which we have the centrioles forming on the opposite ends, as well as spindle fibers. But here's how it's different from meiosis. In meiosis, the two chromosomes basically condense and they do not perform any crossing over. However, in prophase 1 in meiosis, chromosomes cross over and transfer gene information to each other. After this is done, we have metaphase 1, in which we have the chromosomes, the crossed over homologous chromosomes, pulled to the middle of the cell. But here's how it's different. Here we have two different lines of chromosomes. And they're all kind of just pulled to the middle. And then this leads us to anaphase 1, in which the homologous chromosomes are pulled away from the middle to the opposite ends of the cell. After anaphase 1, we go into telophase 1. In telophase 1, two nuclei are newly formed with disorganized DNA, while at the same time we have cytokinesis that completely separates them into two different cells with genetic information organized at the nucleus. So that is the end of meiosis 1. And here's also the beginning of meiosis 2. In meiosis 2, we have prophase 2 in which spindles are forming as well as centrioles. And the chromosomes condense. However, there is no crossing over. This, in turn, leads us to metaphase 2, in which chromosomes are pulled to the middle in a straight line. So there's no longer two lines, there's only one line of chromosomes. After metaphase, we have anaphase 2, in which chromatids instead of chromosomes are pulled away to the opposite ends of the cell. After anaphase 2, we have telophase 2 combined with cytokinesis. In telophase 2, we have two newly formed nuclei with disorganized DNA, and also after that, we have the cytokinesis that completely splits the cells or cell's cytoplasm, and DNA organizes itself separately in two cells. So here in mitosis, we had cell divide into two, but in meiosis, we undergo cell division twice. So we have one cell, then we go divide in two cells, and then later those two cells also divide twice, and we end up having 4 daughter cells instead of 2.